All
Okay.
right.
Why certify? Everyone have their own different reason, like landing on a high-level job or improving their cloud skills. Please, next one. This is us. Majid is a Google developer expert, and most of us we are taking the exam after this program. We are all GDG organizers. Next. What is GDG and what we are doing? GDG is Google Developer Group. We are community groups which collaborating with Google, but we are not associated. We hold all kind of virtual or in-person events like meetups, workshops, conferences, and study groups. The events are not completely about Google technologies, but since we get some support from Google, our events are a mix. Please, next one. Today's discussion, next. There are more companies switching from on-premise to the cloud platforms, and it's a hot topic right now, and there is a high demand for it. Next. We want to learn more about cloud with hands-on approaches, like working with Google Cloud Skill Boost platform. Next. And benefits. Next. You will get benchmark of your success. If you don't want to have certification as a benchmark of your success, you can have it as a goal for your learning. So you have something to work for or to celebrate at the end. When you get the certification, you will feel more confident in your professional future. You can prove cloud skill competency to recruiters. Your resume is more attractive and you feel more confident in your cloud skills. And after you get the certification, you will receive swag and get a badge and some other things. And about the Google certification. Next. These are Google Cloud certification. There are different colors. The gray one is Cloud Digital Leader. The Cloud Fundamentals, which doesn't need cloud experience. For the Associate Cloud Engineer, you should have some hands-on experience. And the yellow ones need more knowledge and experience. This study group will focus on professional machine learning engineer. You can have a look at Road to Google Cloud certification and find the other GDGs if they have other Google Cloud certification events or are planning other study groups as well. For the professional level, requires business requirements in addition to other skills such as technical requirements and customer implementation. If you can see here the associate level just need technical requirement and customer implementation, but for the professional one, you need more business requirements. And about the exam is 2 hours. The question format are multiple choice and multiple select. There is no previous requirement to take the exam. There is a recommendation experience for taking the exam, but it's not necessary. It depends on how much you are active or constantly learning. And the exam can be online or on-site. And about the learning resources, next. There are different resources for learning. There are different platforms like Google Cloud Skill Boost, Coursera, or Pluralsight. The platform we are going to use is Google Cloud Skill Boost. By registering in this event, you have already received 3 months free access to the Google Cloud Skill Boost and Google Cloud Labs. We will share the other resources from Coursera. We don't have free access to the others. If you haven't received your credits on Google Cloud Skill Boost, let us know or just write in the chat. And yes, and you can also learn with community, which is what we are doing here. Actually, we are learning together. We will have the session and the recommended labs to prepare for the next session, and you will have access to the slides after every session. We will also record the session and publish them on our YouTube channel. There are some other kind of program besides the certification study group, which are Cloud Study Jams and Cloud Hero. The Cloud Study Jams is a shorter version, and unlike this study group, the purpose is not to get the certification, and it is more for learning specific things. The other one is fun competitions, where you have a task, and the first one who can finish the task get a badge. And you can go through the link and see the other programs as well. This is our study group Slack channel. You can join. Here you can reach us or talk to us and ask your question. And yes, we are going to stop presenting here and ask for your questions. Hi everyone, I'm Zahra. I'm from Stockholm and I studied computer engineering and AI in Masters. I'm working as a data scientist intern at Vineo. I'm also a co-organizer at GDG Cloud Stockholm. You can find me on LinkedIn and Twitter. If you have any question, you can write it on the chat and I will answer them at the end. This is us. We are all GDG organizers. We are co-hosting the machine learning study group. What we want to do? We want to take you from textbook knowledge to expertise and job role excellence. Basically, we want to focus on hands-on experience. In this session, we are going to talk about the journey overview, professional cloud machine learning engineer, and what the study schedule would be. You would get sneak peeks of the next week topics, some tips and tricks to prepare for the next session, and then we're gonna have a couple of simple questions and the next steps. We record this session and we'll share it on our YouTube channel. So, the journey overview. You learn together with us. This is a study group and we will have 6 weekly online sessions. This week is the first one. We go through the technical content and exam preparing questions. By registering in this event, you already have the free 3 months access to Google Cloud Skill Boost. And you can go through the platform and find machine learning study path and labs. You can also join the Slack channel and reach us and talk to us. There you can ask your question and find the study group materials. During the Google Cloud Skill Boost, you are going to have skill badges on your profile. A spotlight on professional machine learning engineer. These are the Google Cloud certifications. This study group will focus on professional machine learning engineer. It is one of professional certification among the other professional Google Cloud certifications. For the machine learning engineer exam, you need to know the machine learning fundamentals, like how to train your models or things like that. But the exam focuses on how to deploy machine learning in production on the cloud or GCP. You need to understand the question and the context of the question, which is why it is important to know machine learning concepts. You shouldn't be a data scientist, but if you have some similar experience, it can help. The exam will be about framing machine learning problems, architecting machine learning solutions, a little bit about preparing and processing data, developing machine learning models, all the topics about machine learning pipelines. This is really important. And how to monitor, optimize, and maintain machine learning in general. And this is also important topics. We will covering more or less the aforementioned topics in our study group. This is the map of all our sessions. You can see all the next session's contents linked to this slide. This is a map of things you should do in these 6 weeks. Before starting to go through this week materials, you should do pre-work by going to the link in pre-work part. Don't leave the material from previous week to the next week. You can also find the link of Professional Machine Learning Engineer course on Coursera in our Slack channel. Topics we are going to cover in every session. We will try to cover most of the topics in the exam in our study group. Next week or week 2, we'll talk about problem framing and solution architecture. In week 3, we will talk about the data engineering part of certification, preparation, and processing. We will talk about model deployment on week 4. In week 5, we will talk about machine learning pipeline automation and orchestration, and machine learning solution monitoring, optimization, and maintenance. Certification prep tips and tricks. Exam is 2 hours. The questions format are multiple choice and multiple select. There is no previous requirement to take the exam. There is a recommended experience for taking the exam, but it's not necessary. It depends on how much you are active and constantly learning. The way you can systematically go about it is you build and follow a study plan. We had a study plan slide and you could follow it. It is good to understand the different business problems and think through how to solve them. It is good to practice what you have learned instead of just passing the exam, and the goal is to learn how to work with cloud as a machine learning engineer, not just getting the certification. Try to understand why you are doing the different things, not to memorize the questions. If you have any question, you can ask it in the Slack channel and anyone can answer because we are learning together and trying to leverage the community. The exciting part, questions. Are you ready? The purpose of this question is to see how the question look like in the exam. First question. You work for a manufacturing company that owns a high-value machine which has several machine settings and multiple sensors. A history of the machine's hourly sensor readings and known failure event data are stored in BigQuery. You need to predict if the machine will fail within the next 3 days in order to schedule maintenance before the machine fails. Which data preparation and model training step should you take? Think about it and vote. The correct answer is data preparation, rolling average, feature engineering with data prep, model training, logistic regression with BQML, and autoclass weights set to true. Next question. You work for a large financial institution that is planning to use Dialogflow to create a chatbot for the company's mobile app. You have reviewed all chat logs and tagged each conversation for intent. Based on each customer's stated intention for contacting customer service. About 70% of customer inquiries are simple requests that are solved within 10 intents. The remaining 30% of inquiries require much longer and more complicated requests. Which intents should you automate first? I'm waiting for your answers. Yes, option C. Automate the 10 intents that cover 70% of the requests so that leave agents can handle the more complicated requests. Your next steps. Follow your learning plan on Google Cloud Skill Boost that we shared with you. Attend weekly study groups so that we can discuss what you have learned, what is coming up next, and asking your questions. Ask questions and contribute to the community. We like to hear from you. We are going back to the learning journey slide. As a recap, this is the study plan. You can find all the material links here and prepare for the next session. We will share these slides after the session. This is our study group Slack channel. You can join. Here you can reach us or talk to us and ask your questions. You can go to this link and redeem your participation badge as well. It's really cool. You can try. And that's a wrap. If you have any question, please write it on the chat.